Hi, guys. How are you today? It's Celestia Messenger, and um, so I wanted to come on because I've had this dream 3 times in the past week. I've seen it's what I'm seeing who's actually in the White House, and I don't. I try to make sure these aren't metaphoric, and it still could be very metaphoric. But I had a dream that let me get my other glasses on so I can see better. Here we go. All right. So I dreamed that it's hard to talk about. I saw Trump and Elon Musk standing beside Putin, who was actually sitting in the chair. He had a crown and a scepter in his hand, and it was at the White House. He was the one in the White House. I saw boots, army. I saw the ship like right out of major port, New York, California, all our major ports, and these men coming off in soldier gear. And they were Russian. And they were coming in with tanks. Putin standing outside the White House, the tanks, and his army is walking by. That's what I'm seeing. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just metaphoric. I just keep seeing it. And I keep seeing this woman. I guess she looks like a hag, but her eyes are sewn shut. Kind of like I'd seen a seer in Vikings. He had his eyes sewn shut. And but this woman had her eyes sewn shut, and she was telling Putin what to do. She was predicting all these things for him, and he's like, and I keep seeing him sitting here like this, and he's starting to assert his authority over Donald Trump, because I don't see Trump really in the White House. I see they're making way for Putin, and Putin. It feels like Putin is going to bring a new world order, or that's his thinking in his head. I'm sick to death. I know my husband and I are working on passports, but honestly, I just keep feeling like there's nowhere safe to run. And I keep having these nightmares with camps for immigrants again. I just keep seeing it, and it's worse than before. And I see people being sent to the wrong countries. I mean, whatever country he wants to send them, whoever take them. It's, and I keep hearing we need to go through this dynamic because we don't appreciate anything we have. The level of our entitlement, we're spoiled. And I see the people who voted for him, they're all for this until it hits their pocketbook. Until it goes after them, which he will. Because Putin doesn't care about any of us. He wants to look like a king because he feels like he should be ruling the world. I don't know where he got that, but I haven't been on because of that. And my son got into a car accident. Whoopie-doo. He's okay. Car's not. That's all right, as long as he's okay. So I just wanted to make sure what I was seeing. I don't know if these are plans they plan to do, but I see Putin in America. I see his people coming over and trying to intimidate our army, our people. I feel invasion. And this was something I felt years ago when a friend actually saw something like this. And I just it's just so vivid. It's like you go to sleep, and I'm afraid to sleep. I mean, you can tell, look, asleep. I'm afraid to sleep because I just keep seeing all this ugliness. Let me put my glasses on. My eyes are so tired. But I felt I needed to say it because things I see aren't always pretty. My guides don't sugarcoat. And I can't sugarcoat something when I don't know how to put it mildly. It's just tired. And we're going to try to turn this channel into something fun and keep the light going. And we're called the enemy within, but to fight back or stand up, you got to tell people what you see so people can be prepared. I would say make sure you have food, cans, get canned good, get powdered milk, get I keep hearing get powdered milk, get a powdered peanut butter. You can get those things on Amazon. You can get powdered tomatoes. If you know how to can. If you can have a place you can grow your own gardens, like blueberries, strawberries, those plants that grow, get them. Get canned goods. If you don't have a place to store them, get a small storage unit. Have emergency rations. Have extra toilet paper. Get a bidet in case we run out of it. Get first aid kits. Make sure your medicine's all stocked up. We're in for a rude awakening if he is not stopped. This is what I'm seeing. And a lot of I see the people that we should have been supporting leaving. They're like, screw you. But I don't. I just feel like, and I see a woman standing and throwing money like this. It's all about money. And I hear, sell your soul. Everybody who voted for him sold their soul. And we have to find a way as Americans, those that stay, to work with everybody. Because you can't hate, because otherwise I see black hats and red hats fighting. I just see, or it could be navy blue hats. I'm just seeing, it's like there's this line and they're daring each other to go across it. There needs to be a meeting of the minds at some point, and the only thing I can say is you've got to love and pray, and hopefully the powers that be that are in there find some common sense to stop some of this, because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Russia invading the US. And I see Putin actually coming in to the White House and not leaving. And years ago, I would have thought that was crazy. But I'm not thinking it's so crazy anymore. Because things that, as a kid, I thought was crazy, it's happening. So I just feel like all this stuff's in the works. And honestly, Trump picking stupid people, I just feel like it's a smokescreen for what he's really up to. Because he's really up to no good. And I got news for him. If he thinks Putin's his friend, he's not. He wants to roast him on a spit because he thinks he's stupid. Now, why would someone with the intelligence, who was in the KGB, want anything to do with someone who was not smart, who went bankrupt so many times. He has no respect for him. Not that Putin's respectable. He's not. He's a killer. He's a psychopath. Trump's just a baby wannabe psychopath. He's a sociopath, is what Trump is. But Putin's an actual psychopath. He's ruthless. And I can get in his head. I can see. Donald said he's just a pervert. I don't want to be in his head. He's just a sick, masochistic, sadist pervert. Putin, ooh, he's something else. Putin is, oh God, I mean, he kills everyone. He's like the Mad King Henry, sorry. Mad King Henry, or worse. So, I used to think Trump was Hitler. It's more like Putin. They want to bring America down because America, if he can bring us to heal, he can show the world he can bring anyone to heal. That's what it is. He wants to rule the world. And he's not above trying to do it. I don't even know if our military will stand up for us, because I don't see, I just see America. I just see like somebody painting the fence. They're just painting them over them. And it's like I keep hearing the experiment's done unless we change it, which I don't know. I don't know if that's possible, especially after an election I didn't see happening. But I'm seeing this, and I did warn what I saw before I did take him down, because I just was so upset. Maybe I should have left him up. But what I see is not going to be a country or a world you want to live in unless you resist. And whether that's typing or doing what I'm doing, anything that you can do, you should be doing. Even if it's just helping somebody, buying them food, because we're going to have to be our brother's keeper. It's going to be up to the little people like us to stand up and do what's right, because the higher ups, they're not going to. And there are going to be those right now who have such a sense of entitlement in this country. You don't know what it's like to live in Russia. It is not a picnic. They don't have what we have. The prices are a lot lower than us, but so's their pay. I mean, we could go over there and live like kings with what it costs to buy an apartment there. But it's, I hope I never see what I'm dreaming and seeing and have been shown. But I'm going to say, because we need to know, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything anymore. I see it, I'm going to say it. My life, so be it. Anyone who tries to save their life will lose it, is what I'm getting. So you need to either start doing the right things. And I've also had dreams where my husband and I were being held down, and they were trying to force us to put computer chips in our foreheads, and we were screaming no. And we were asked one last time, are you going to allow this? No. And a blade went through I felt my sternum crack, and it pierced my heart. And I saw my dad. He was holding his hand up my father's passed away. So, and my husband, we were strapped on these metal tables and I could feel how cold they were. So, I don't know what the chips mean, or could be the way we buy things. You're scanned. Oh. I even said this on Facebook. My cousins don't want to know what that means. They know what it means. I know what it means. And I feel like there's three beasts. I don't know who the third beast is. Because, I mean, some of these guys are just ego. But Putin is no... I mean, he was in the KGB. He knows how to play. He knows how to be ruthless. And he doesn't have to worry about getting away with it. He'll get away with it. And I don't... Only the people... the guides and things and the angels, that's all we have. Unless, we have to really start doing the right things for each other. Stop our entitlements. Start being kinder, loving people. Because that's why we're here. And until we do that, there's going to be more suffering. And Americans are going to learn hard lessons, especially the way we treat each other. It's really, really time to do what's right. Really time to do what's right. Because if we don't, it's going to get bad. It's going to get worse than we've ever seen it. And this, what I'm telling you, is the truth. Is as I'm shown. We can do the right things by embracing love, light, and being kind to one another, or we can just keep going down this dark road. We don't have to. And those that are currently in office, you don't have to take it lying down. The Supreme Court handed you a huge pie. Use it. You have in your hands to save your country now. The country needs to be saved just because a bunch of stupid, uneducated people voted for a delinquent. You have to do what's right. You have to show that you care. And like I said, it was really, really hard to come on here tonight to say it. I am going to use the channel to try to fight back best I can. If they take away birth control, I'm going to come up and find out what teas you can make for entertainment purposes only, for what I'm saying tonight, and for the things I suggest. It's up to you. I'm not a doctor, and I won't pretend to be. But, you've got to make decisions. We all have to make decisions. And now is the time, if we want to survive and move forward, to do the right things for each other. And we need to pray. We need to be upright. And we need to be doing what's best for our country and our people. We have to think of other people. Sending millions of people home to a country when they were naturalized, and took, you might as well send my mother-in-law. My husband, he's technically an anchor baby. His mother's from Germany. And I'll go with him because I'm married to him and that's where I'm going. My people were originally here from 1649, from Holland, from Sweden, from Ireland, from England, from Spain. Some were here, some were from indigenous Peruvian Indians. Others were from West Africa. So, don't know where you're going to send me. I'll go with my husband. But it's not going to be easy. And we have to put as much light as we can in the world. Meditate if we can. Anything that helps, whether it's a smile or a kind word, helps others. And I just wanted to say that. And I'm going to say good night, love and light. And hopefully I won't have anything as bad. But I thought we needed to really, the message needed to be said, what I saw. And hopefully it's just metaphoric. That's what I hope. Because some stuff I don't like to see. And I usually write to someone about it. But I felt it needed to come online tonight. Because there's going to be at least an attempt between now and I'm getting a date, February 10th. There's going to be a lot of cat and mouse game with MIGs. What's a MIG? I keep hearing MIGs. A lot of MIGs. And I'm seeing the sky, so there's going to be a lot of attempts, I'm told, to jar Americans. And those that aren't regretting, you will be. Trust me. Have a good night. Love and light. Celestia.